D stands for dominance. Now, when it comes to our D style, our focus with our D style, our focus is on problems and challenges. Now, the high D style, if your score is 50 or above, you'll tend to act very assertively when it comes to focusing on problems and challenges. Now, if you're a dominant style, the emotion that you have to learn to manage is the emotion of anger and the emotion of impatience. And the higher your D score, the more explosive you're going to be, the faster you'll get aggravated, the more impatient you'll become. The lower your D style, you will still feel anger, but you won't express it. You'll bottle it up inside of you and you'll hold onto your anger for weeks, months, years, and decades. You're incredibly patient. You won't let anybody see the anger, but boy, you feel it within. Now, the D style, the fear is a fear of being taken advantage of. What if I employ somebody and they steal my money? What if I employ somebody and they steal my customers? What if I employ somebody, they take my ideas and they start up in competition against me? They also fear losing control. They fear they don't have enough control over their family, their friends, their colleagues. Now, if you're a high D, words that could describe you include daring, demanding, risk taker, forceful, competitive. If you're a low D style, words that will describe how you attempt to overcome problems and challenges include calculated risk, seeking consensus, unobtrusive, agreeing, and cautious. So let's now explore your descriptive words. So if you haven't done it yet, ladies and gentlemen, please turn on your cameras. I'm about to do a hot seat coaching session. If your camera is on and you have your disc report, I'm personally going to coach you through this. So on page 12, you will find what's called your word sketch natural. On page 12, you're going to find a red box. And that red box there are your descriptive words. So when you're focusing on problems and challenges, it's going to show you how you attempt to solve problems and challenges. For me, when it comes to problems and challenges, I'm adventurous. I'm a risk taker. I'm direct. I'm forceful. Those are the words that describe me. So the one that best describes me is risk taker. So I want you to have a look on your page 12. Where is your red box on page 12? And I want you to choose one word that describes how you approach problems and challenges. I approach problems and challenges as a risk taker. So go to the chat box and tell me what word best describes you. And if you've got your camera on and your assessment there, then in a moment, we're going to do some hot seat coaching. Okay, so go to the chat box. What is your descriptive word? What word best describes you? Direct. Weighs pros and cons, unassuming. Seeks consensus. Excellent. Wonderful. Okay, well, let's do some hot seat coaching. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at your D style. Now, when we have a look at your word sketch natural, first of all, I want to know what is your income goal. So when you hop in the hot seat, I want you to be clear on your income goal. How much do you want to earn a year from now? We'll then explore how you approach problems and challenges with your descriptive word. We'll then have a look at what it means to you, why it's important, and how it either helps or hurts you on the way to your income goal. So this is what we're going to do together. Now, John Ong. John's got his camera on. He's got his disc report ready to go. John Ong, let's do this together, my friend. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yeah.
Hey, welcome to 100xDNA. How you doing there?
Yeah, doing great.
Excellent. Good. What have you learned so far?
More about myself and the dissonance between the adaptive style and the natural style.
Okay. Well, we'll explore that in just a moment. Okay, so as we begin, John, what's your financial goal? Where do you want to be 12 months from today? How much do you want to be earning?
Want to earn 150,000 a year by doing creative work, design, and music.
Okay, creative design.
Yeah.
And music. Good. And 150,000, is that US dollars, Sing dollars, Ringgit Malay? What is it for you?
Just Ringgit Malaysia.
Ringgit Malaysia. Okay, beautiful. So your 12-month goal is to earn 150,000, and you want to do that through creative design and music. Now, whenever we set a goal, ladies and gentlemen, we have to emotionalize that goal. Setting a goal in the left brain is logical, but if we never emotionalize it with the right goal, it's never going to happen. So, John, tell me, what are 3 things that excite you about earning 150,000 Ringgit Malay? What are 3 things that excite you about achieving that goal?
In my mind, I'm thinking to have my own studio, my own office, to have my gears and equipment ready for me to do more work, getting better jobs and business.
Excellent.
Yeah.
To have your own studio, to have your own gear and equipment, to get better jobs in business. That's what excites you about that.
Yeah.
Excellent. Wonderful. Well, what we want to have a look at now is we want to have a look at how you approach problems and challenges. So I've got John's report here. Just to confirm, John, is this your report?
Yes, it's correct. Yep.
Excellent. And what we want to do is we want to have a look at the word sketch, natural, and we're going to have a look at his descriptive word. So when we have a look at the disc focus, D is how we focus on problems and challenges. And when you approach problems and challenges, you're going to do it in one of these 4 ways. So when it comes to approaching problems and challenges, how do you tend to do it? Do you tend to do it with a calculated risk? Are you moderate in your approach? Are you questioning, or are you unassuming?
I will go with calculated risk mostly. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So what we want to do is we want to highlight one word. Now, when it comes to approaching problems and challenges, you're doing it within a calculated risk. So what does that mean to you? Calculated risk when coming to solve problems and challenges, what does that mean to you?
It means probably seeking advice and to know where the trend and market is, and how this direction, this trajectory gonna go, and how far I can scale through it, and what are the risks that could affect in long term and short term. How long does it is this gonna take for me to be ready? Yeah.
Excellent. Wonderful. So let's have a look here. Let's bring it all together. The income goal is 150,000 Ringgit Malay. And how you approach problems and challenges is in a calculated risk. And what this means to you is that you will seek advice. You'll have a look at the trends. You'll have a look at what's happening in the marketplace. You'll have a look at how far you can scale. You'll have a look at the risks that could affect that. And you'll also have a look at the time that it takes to be ready. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Excellent. And why is that important to you, John? Approaching problems and challenges in that manner, why is that important to you?
For me, because maybe it's my own feeling. I have insecurity in my age, and looking at competitors, my friends, and looking about financial risk into the equation. So mainly, yeah, those are the concerns.
Okay, excellent. Now, the next part of the equation is we want to understand, is this approach helping or is it hurting you? So let me run back through here. The goal is 150,000 ringgit Malay. You want to own your own studio. You want to have your own gear and equipment. You want to have better jobs and better business. Is that correct?
Yes.
And how you approach problems and challenges is you do it in a calculated manner. You'll seek advice. You'll look at trends. You'll look at the market. You'll have a look at how far you can scale. You'll have a look at the risks that could affect that, and then the amount of time to be ready. Is that correct?
Yes.
And why this is important to you is because you have insecurity in your age. There's competitors and friends that you're comparing yourself to, and you're also looking at the financial risk. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Excellent. Now, does that approach to solving problems and challenges, is this approach to earning 150,000 ringgits in the next 12 months, is that approach going to help you or is it going to hurt you with these insecurities, this comparing yourself to others, constant analysis of the financial risk? Is this going to help or is it going to hurt you?
From my observation, what tend to happen most often is a lot of procrastination and more questioning, more seeking questions instead of acting, and yeah, a lot of delay.
Anything else?
It affects my ability to focus and to learn and receive and accept new stuff.
Okay. So this approach, although you've got that goal for 150,000, the way that you're approaching it now leads to procrastination. It leads to more questions rather than action. You'll start to focus on other things, but you're not moving towards where you want to be. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in terms of how much time have you lost because of this approach? How many opportunities have you lost? Or how many income earning opportunities have you lost because of this procrastination?
I previously aimed in transitioning to a new job or a new career. I given myself 6 months, but now it's gone past. Now it's gone past 10 months. So yeah, right about 4 months.
Okay, so lost 4 months of time. Okay,
Yes.
okay, excellent. So let me just recap. John's got a goal to make 150,000, but the greatest enemy to success right now is the way that he approaches problems and challenges. And doing it in a calculated way, it ends up with more insecurities and it's a comparison to others. And it leads to procrastination, and it's already lost him 4 months of time. So what we can summarize here, John, is that the way that you're approaching problems and challenges isn't going to help you get to that goal on time. So when you have a look at these disc styles here, in order for you to overcome this procrastination, how do you need to approach problems and challenges? In these descriptors here, 4, 5, or 6, how do you need to approach this differently? What do you need to do differently? Do you need to become more decisive, take more risk? What do you need to do?
The word that comes to mind, I think number one would be decisive. Yeah, that's not to be double-minded.
Excellent. Okay. So my friend, for you to achieve this goal, what you now have to become is a person who becomes decisive. To make a decision, to take action, to make a decision, to take action. And when you decide and take the right action, you end up with the right result, which will be your $150,000 outcome. So can you see now, by changing the way that you approach problems and challenges, you can actually have your goal and you can do it faster. Can you see that?
Yep.
Excellent. Well done, my friend. Well done. Well done. So sometimes how we do things, ladies and gentlemen, albeit it's our natural style, it may not produce the results that we want. And through coaching and mentorship and training, you've got to learn to become a different person to achieve that goal. And that's why I said this morning, flexibility is the most important skill. Does it make sense now? When you have a look at it here, John's approaching it with his natural style of calculated risk, but he needs to become more decisive. And when you have the flexibility to adapt, adjust, and respond to changing conditions, you can achieve your goal and you can do it a lot faster. Is that incredible? Can you see it now? Excellent. Give John a round of applause. Well done, my friend. Well done.